Hello, sunshines. Welcome back to Rina Loves Reading, a place dedicated to the books that we're reading, the ones we're adding to our TBR piles, and the ones we're truly getting off them. So today we're going to go over what I am going to be reading in the month of March. So it is a huge stack. I am aware. I read books very quickly just by the fact I can listen to an audiobook at 3 speed and it's slow to me. So it's a huge stack. But first of the books that we will be reading, I don't have yet. I just ordered my book of the month books, so I'm going to do an unboxing for those, and then those 3 will be obviously on the TBR for this month so that I can earn next month's books. The next set of books, I'm a little embarrassed about. Like, truly embarrassed about. You know those series that are hitting like your interest? They come out with a lot of books, so you get them, and then you don't read them. Is that just me? It might just be me. But the next, how many books? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books on the TBR pile this month are the Twisted Tale series by Disney. Yeah, I have collected all of these. And of the ones I own, I have only read 4 of them. Those 4 are over here because I did not plan well. So the ones that I have read, and these are the Australian versions of the books because I enjoyed the covers better and how the books were laid out. So I just got the Australian edition / I found a box set that was cheap on Book Outlet one time. So I picked it up. So I've read Go the Distance, which is the Hades one. Sparkly. Basically tells the story of Meg and how she becomes a goddess. We've got Reflection, which is the Mulan version and basically follows Mulan going to get Shang from the underworld. We've got A Whole New World, the Aladdin version. So Jasmine is in an arranged marriage, so all of this. And then, of course, because as you cannot tell, I'm a Beauty and the Beast fan, of course one of the ones I have read is the Beauty of the Beast one, so As Old as Time. So this one follows the question of what would happen if Belle's mom had been cursed all of the long time. The ones I have not read, again, I'm embarrassed about this because it's a huge stack and I want to be able to get them off. Not only, and this is the truly bad part of it, not only do that I own them in physical form, I own them on the Kindle as well. I have spent way too much money on this series to not actually have read most of these books. I am ashamed. We're going to knock them out this month. So we've got the Once Upon a Dream. So What If Sleeping Beauty Never Woke Up? So copy on that. Say hello to Roman, my little friend. He is yelling at a bug or a bird right now. Probably a bird because they're sitting on the trees outside the window. So Mirror, Mirror is the question of what if the evil queen poisoned the prince? We've got, so this is Love, and this question is what if Cinderella never tried on the glass slipper? We've got Let It Go. So in the US forms and on my Kindle form, it is a different name. In the US, it's Conceal Don't Feel, but I feel like, and I could be wrong, but all of these books are named after a song in the movie, minus this one in the US. I don't know why, and I could be wrong, but it feels like that way. We're reading all the titles. I'm like, my Disney knowledge is lacking in that area, but I'm pretty sure each of these titles of these books are of the songs in the movie. So in the US, it's Conceal Don't Feel, but in the Australian UK, it's Let It Go. Following the unexpected death of her parents, Elsa finds herself as the sole ruler of Arendelle, and the mysterious powers begin to reveal themselves. So that one doesn't have a question either. I think that is the weird one so far of the stack that isn't a question-based one. So we've got the Peter Pan one, which is straight on till morning, and what if Wendy went to Neverland with Captain Hook instead of Peter? We've got Part of Your World. So this is another one that doesn't face a question, so apparently I was wrong about that. Oh well. It's been 5 years since the infamous Sea Witch defeated the Little Mermaid, taking King Triton's life in the process. Ariel is now the voiceless queen of Atlantica, while Ursula runs Prince Eric's kingdom on land. So this next one is the Rapunzel one. So what once was mine? It's very holographic, which is also kind of why I like the Australian versions of these books. But this one is, what if Rapunzel's mother drank from the wrong flower? And then the last one I have yet to read is the Alice in Wonderland. So it's Unbirthday, and what if Wonderland was in peril and Alice was very late? Little hint, my dog is named Alice just for Alice in Wonderland. My dad picked the name because I was stuck between like Belle and Hazel, I think. My dad was like, why don't you name her Alice or Moneybags? Either one works. We went with Alice on that one. The next book on the TBR pile. So this book I was initially introduced to on Book of the Month, but I didn't pick up that copy because I am limiting myself to one per the current month and then 2 of the back catalog as my add-ons. But it interested me enough that I went out and got it later in its just traditional form. So this one is a Black Immortal in 1930s. Los Angeles seeks to recover the memory of her past in a visionary novel from NCAACP Image Award nominee. So, interesting. I enjoyed the cover and I like the synopsis on Book of the Month that I read for it. So we will see how that turns out. Let's get another elephant in the room. I have not finished Throne of Glass series. I have not even started Crescent City. I own all of the books from those 2 series. I have not read any of... Well, no, I've read like 2 of the Throne of Glass series. I have not read any of Crescent City. I need to read this book so that I can read the other one that I already hauled. That is where we are at. So this is, from what I remember, Sarah J. Maas's first true adult novel, and it's basically kind of dystopian, kind of urban setting, following murder, figuring out kind of what happened with the Fae, I believe. The next book, well, the next series of books I own, I'm going to enjoy. I own some of these in both hardback form and Kindle version, so I'm trying to knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. The next one is not one of those, unfortunately, but it's You've Reached Sam. So it is basically the story of a girl that is following the not outcomes, but following the death of her boyfriend due to suicide, how she handles that death and how she overcomes it. It's a short book and it's YA, so I'm thinking I will be quickly able to finish this one. So that is why I added it. This book may be the book that I've added to so many TBRs and never actually have gotten around to it. The Gilded Ones. I love the cover. I've owned it for ages. I think I picked it up digitally when it was first released. I have yet to read this. I now have the Libby checkout of the audiobook, so this is going to get read this month. Whether I want to or not, it's getting done. And out of both of those unread libraries, because it is ridiculous that I own this in 2 formats and have not read it. Some of the next ones are, well, the next 2 kind of are from the same author. One is a rollover from last month that I did not finish or start realistically, and the other one is a quick one that I accidentally pulled out thinking it was a different book, but I'm still going to read it because it's another short one, and I have a lot of thick books on my TBR. But of course, we've got Kafka on the Shore. I did not even start this. I took it to Indy with me on training, thinking I would have more time while I was down in Indianapolis for training. That did not happen. So basically, it's a teenage boy who runs into kind of like a hermit, and they go on an adventure together where cats talk, fish talk, well, fish fall out of the sky. It's very philosophical. It was another one of those books that RM from BTS has read that I am interested in, so this is for my BTS Made Me Read It series. I would like to get it done. The next one is also by the same author, and it's Sputnik Sweethearts, and this basically follows Kay, who's madly in love with his best friend, but the girl he's in love with is not really sure, and their adventure throughout that process. The next book is another rollover from last month. By the end of the month, I had read 33 books, and I'm going to finish another one today, which I started and am about like 60% done with. But I did not get to the next two in the month of February, but I will be reading them this month. Again, we've got Black Sun. I've talked about this, I think, the last 2 months. I'm not going to lie, it needs to get out. It needs to just be read. It needs to just go bye-bye at this point. We've also got Beast of Prey again. I did not finish this. I have it checked out on Libby. It is going to get read this month. It is going to be done. It is going to be done. I have a week of vacation coming up next month or next week, so I should be able to get a lot of these read while I am either in I just literally forgot the word. While I'm traveling to where I am going, because I am driving and I've got a few hours of drive time, and at 3 times speed I can knock out at least one book on that drive. The next book I'm going to be reading is The Ravens. I have really enjoyed Cass Morgan's books. I enjoyed the 100 series. So I'm looking forward to this. I also have its sequel out in my living room that I just went ahead and bought it when I bought the hardcover of The Ravens. So I also have its follow-up, which is basically The Monarchs. This is the story of a sorority of real witches. So I'm going to enjoy this. The last book on the I'm going to read it this month, Come Heck or High Water, is Brene Brown's most recent book. I'm a part of a book club at work, and we focus a lot on books like this. So we are picking up, I believe, Atlas of the Heart. I have it in an audiobook. It will quickly be read. So, I know, ambitious TBR. Let's see how quickly I get through this, or if I am able to. Either way, tell me about the books that you are reading this month. I appreciate you watching. Thank you. I should have about 2 or 3 videos this week. I'm finally getting to my BTS biography reviews. I've got BTS Made Me Read The Alchemist, and I've got the books I read last month video. So we've got a lot of things coming up. We've got Book of the Month unboxings too that are coming. We've got a lot of going on in the channel. So, like I said, let me know what you're reading and let's have a discussion in the comments. If you could like, subscribe, or comment on this video, I would appreciate it and it would really help me out. Have a wonderful day.